Hi there, Leo. Welcome to Spirit and I Incorporated. So happy to have you here with me this evening. I'm just going to give a little bit of information, astrologically speaking, with some of the energies that are happening with this full moon in Aquarius forthcoming on the 22nd of August. It's a highly favorable full moon, and it's also connected to the energies of the full moon in Aquarius that we just had at 1 degree on the 23rd of July. So that being said, now with this one coming in at 29 degrees on the 22nd of August, these next 4 weeks in particular are going to be extremely important to maintain positivity, because having two lunations in the same sign is not only rare, but when it does happen, it's extremely blessed, especially when used in a positive fashion. So both of these full moons in Aquarius are connected to one another. So any seeds that you're planting to be nurtured, personally or professionally, need to be planted and nurtured in a healthy, positive, and uplifting manner, manifesting, seeing within one's eye the beauty and the joy and the peace and the abundance that one desires in one's life, and coming from a place of the heart. So that is inclusive of being compassionate, specifically to oneself, and then of course genuinely that can be extended to others, because when we elevate our consciousness to a higher level, it's natural for the higher level energies to want to come in and bless that which we're nurturing. So it's really, really important to keep things positive, to maintain an energy of feeling uplifted even through the challenging times. There's ways to navigate through challenging times, because we all have them. We have them, we may say that we're happy, but that doesn't mean that we're happy all day long. But we can find ways of navigating through the not so happy times. And first and foremost, the way that's done, as I'd like to suggest, is coming from within oneself, finding our place of peace, however we choose to do that, whether it's through a form of prayer or meditation or another alternative form of healing. The point is that it's important to come from that type of an energy, because anything less than that is not going to serve us, and serve us well for that matter. So really wanted to put that out there. So that being said, I'm going to start your reading with the Enchanted Map Oracle deck. It's a really beautiful deck. A little bit big for my hands, but we will get this reading flowing here. Again, thank you for joining me this evening. Welcome to my channel, Spirit and I Incorporated. Absolute pleasure and extremely healing for me to be able to be here with you this evening. I welcome all you Leos from all around the world, wherever you may be joining me from, and whatever time you're joining me from. These energy readings are timeless, so when you come across them, that's when you're meant to listen to them. And it is my hope that perhaps there are some messages within the guidance that I'm providing that will be of help to you, because certainly not every part of this reading, as they are general, is going to resonate with everybody. But perhaps, even if it's one or two things that I'm suggesting you might be resonating with, that could be of assistance to you. And that is my hope. So if you are resonating with this and you are enjoying the reading, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. It helps my channel to grow and allows others, therefore, to connect with it easier because of the likes, shares, and the subscribes. It is greatly appreciated. Your first card out that already just flipped over is the card of movement. It's the numerical number of 28, And numerically speaking, in the science of numerology, 8 and 2 is 10, and that resolves into a number 1. And the number 1 in numerology is indicative of new beginnings. So this is a very positive card. This card is coming out in your most recent past energies. You see we have a hot air balloon there, flying high in the sky, even through the stormy clouds. You're navigating beautiful through that. You've had some unrest here that's behind you. So you're already moving toward this. And with the Sun in Leo actually coming, I'm recording this on the evening of the 7th, and the Sun in Leo is, I believe, joining us on the 8th, which is the Lion's Gate. It's the portal to the spiritual. So you're already moving forward into connecting with your higher self, which is just absolutely beautiful for me to see. You're walking high and proud here with your head held high. You're feeling abundantly blessed within yourself. Your heart is full. The hot air balloon is indicative of your elevated consciousness that's allowing you to move forward, even in your most recent past energies. You've come through the storm, and you're walking forward, and you're flying high. Such a beautiful card to see. Thrilled to see that for you. All right, Leo, let's see what's happening for your current energies. The next card out is the Coming Together card. I don't know if you can see that very well in the camera. I hope you can. The lighting is kind of off. I tried to set it better for you, but I wasn't very successful. Hopefully the next reading will be better, but I do hope you can see this. I don't know what the resolution will be like, but anyway, what it is it's an energy of, the card is showing 2 giraffes, and they have the divine, the heart of the divine, connecting the both of them together. And then that heart of the divine is blossoming into the sovereignty of love from the divine, with even a pelican sitting on top of it. That's a beautiful spiritual message. It's also the numerical card of the number 8, which is interesting considering that the Sun is moving into Leo, which is your sign, Leo, on the 8th of August. And it is indicative of the Lion's Gate, extremely spiritual portal to walk through. And you are doing that even in your most recent energies. You're doing that. These two, both cards are upright, and they're coming out in your most recent energies. Extremely positive. Extremely positive. These 2 giraffes are indicative of also like being symbolic of the Lover's card, which is also known as the Choice card. And you're choosing love. You're choosing to move forward in love and fly high. You're already doing that in your most recent energies of the past. And it's absolutely beautiful to see, because you're having the radiant light behind the divine's heart showering down upon you, even after you come out of the storminess of what you just came out of. I'm picking this up very much as a personal reading, and that may not resonate for all of you, but I'm picking this up very much as of a personal transition that you have recently come through. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful energies. And in your forthcoming, near future energies, we have the Wizard of Awareness. That's what it looks like upright. I hope you can see this. Pardon me. It did come out in the reverse. So what this tells me is that whatever it is, whatever energies that you have come out of in the recent past and moving forward into your current energies of the divine's heart, connecting your heart and your soul, perhaps with a partner. I'm feeling this very personal, so this may not resonate for all of you. This card is suggesting to just be aware, because the Wizard of Awareness in the upright, to me, and this may not be the verbatim definition of this card from the guidebook, but I'm an intuitive reader, so I'm picking this up as the Wizard of Awareness is like the magician. And the magician, when it's positive, or the Wizard of Awareness, when it's positive in the upright, it suggests that you can alchemize anything, which is what you've been doing in your most recent energies as well as in your current energies. You can become the alchemist. You have been becoming the alchemist. Now, the Wizard of Awareness did come up reversed. So it's suggesting that you continue to follow your instincts. Continue to be mindful of your intuition. Don't allow, if I may suggest, do not allow, how can I put this word I'm looking for? Don't allow others, whoever they may be, to manipulate your heart or your emotions or what you are and have been alchemizing already. That's all that this card is suggesting. It's not a negative message. It's a positive message in that it's reminding you to protect what you already know to be true. That would be the best way for me to put that. And you can certainly apply this to your circumstance and or situations if this resonates with you as you see fit. But that's what the energy of this card is suggesting, is to just continue to follow your intuition and your instincts with whatever you're moving forward into at this present time, even as recent as from your past energy. Because there are energies around you or in the forthcoming future. Particularly I'm reading for the next 4 or 5 weeks, and we really don't like to put time frames on readings, because ultimately what happens in one life is what is universally directed to happen. We do have a hand in it to a degree. Especially when we come from a higher place of elevated consciousness. And that being said, I guess I'd like to drive that home for you, Leo, in this reading, is that because you are like an alchemist and you are moving very positively towards something that's truly beautiful, especially on a personal note. I'm really picking this up on a personal note. Perhaps even a relationship or whatever is extremely sacred to you in your heart, because we have this beautiful sovereign heart here, and it is full, and it is to be held sacred. It looks like a crown, so hold that sacred, and don't let the Wizard of Awareness, don't let the energy reversed manipulate that. In other words, don't let any entity on this plane or on another plane, human form or crossed over into another life form, don't let, or do your best rather, not to let feelings of manipulation enter your energy, because there will be those that will be, I don't like to use the word jealous, but it's the only word I can think of right now. There will be those that will be jealous of your heart being so full. And I don't like to say things like that, but that's really the message I'm getting. So be very protective of that sovereign heart. Be very protective. That's your heart right here. Sovereignty. And you have the light of the divine shining down on whatever this situation is for you, to stay holy, to stay sacred. You need to protect that, and that's what this card is suggesting when it's in the reverse, is just protect your sovereignty. That's really the word that's coming to me, because, you know, you're a lion, and lions are regal. And so wear that cloak of protection. I'm seeing royal purple. in my mind's eye right now. Perhaps that was a message that was just given to me intuitively, but that's what I'm seeing is to surround yourself with a lot of purple, especially deep purples, like royal purple. Royal purple is the color of regality. Regality, is that a word? Royal purple is the color of regal cloth. Even the Christ wore a royal purple cloth on his body. And in Christianity, he was a great spiritual leader, And it's funny, I have to be honest, and I'm not, pushing religion or, people to have a certain faith of any kind, because I'm guided spiritually, and the Christ was also guided spiritually. And I feel that you are being guided spiritually for who this is resonating with, even if it's just one person. This might be specifically being targeted at one people. I'm certainly hoping it's more than one, considering I'm reading for the world. But generically speaking, those of you who have come through such elevated consciousness, it's really important to protect that regal crown, which is the heart of the divine, being completely radiated by the divine. Don't let any energies that are of a lower energy diffuse that. Stay strong, Leo. You're a lion. Walk proud and stay strong, and protect your sovereignty. Very, very important. So that's forthcoming, because I'm really just picking up a lot of envy around you. It's quite overwhelming, actually, as I sit here and just, look around my desk. It's just amazing, the overwhelming energy of envy that I feel is forthcoming, or perhaps maybe even is right now around you. If I may suggest, just protect your sovereignty. Don't share the details of your personal life with anyone that you really don't trust. Follow your intuition. Don't do anything less than that for yourself. Anyway, moving on. I'm going to clarify these most recent energies of movement, the current energies of coming together, and this Wizard of Awareness that's in the reverse in the forthcoming energies. I'm going to clarify with the the Rider-Waite Tarot deck. I did shuffle these earlier, but I'm going to reshuffle them. I keep on dropping them. And as I'm shuffling Aries, not Aries, Leo, pardon me. As I'm shuffling Leo, thank you again for being with me this evening. Please, if you would, like, share, and subscribe to my channel. As I mentioned earlier, it is deeply appreciated. And it's an absolute pleasure and very healing for me to be here with you this evening. I welcome all of you Leos from all over the world. I can't imagine where you all are. There's so many of you. I do offer personal readings as well. You'll be able to find that information on the description portion of my About page. So please check that out if you're interested in a personal reading. I'd be delighted to do that for you. All that information, as I said, you can find on my About page in the description portion. And I'm also very soon launching my Patreon page, so as soon as that is completed, I welcome you to check that out as well. All right, Leo, let's see what's happening here for you in your recent energies with this movement card. First card out, we have the Seven of Wands. Now the Seven of Wands, it did come up in the upright. Can you see that? Maybe that's better if I hold it like that. It did come out in the upright, and that just tells me it's actually playing off this movement card. You've come through some battles. Don't we all? But you're standing strong. You're a little weary, but you're standing strong, and you're still guarding yourself, which is not a bad thing, because you've decided to move forward. But as you're moving forward, you're still guarding yourself, which is very important. As I mentioned, you need to protect your sovereignty. So that's a very positive card, in that you're standing strong. You're not looking to do any further battle, but you are standing strong, and you're guarding your heart, which is what you're supposed to be doing here, because this is the heart of the divine, and it's being flooded with divine light and love and togetherness, and you're protecting that, which is exactly what we were speaking of before I pulled this Seven of Wands. It's an action card. It's connected with the element of fire, which is what you are, Leo. You're a fire sign, but you're a fixed fire sign, which means that it's, change doesn't come to you easily. You'll do it, but if you have to do it, you make sure that you guard what you have, and that's what you're doing here. You're just guarding your heart. You're not battling. You're laying back and regathering your strength, and that's very positive. So that is just connected with this movement card from the recent past. You've been moving through the battle, and you've come through it, and now you're just standing your ground, and you're protecting your heart. You're protecting your union with the divine. You're protecting your union with that individual or energy that you choose. Personally or professionally, I'm picking this up tremendously on a personal note, and I don't typically attach personal or professional. I read overall intuitively, but this is coming through very strongly on a personal note. So let's clarify that Seven of Wands. Yep, you have the Emperor. There you go. The Emperor, that's you. The Emperor is an energy of ruling one's empire. In other words, you rule the roost. I've always loved that expression. You rule the roost. But it's important. It's important to rule your empire from a place of love. Very, very important. Not always easy to do. Can totally respect that. Not easy to do, but it's important. The Emperor is a hierarchy. They're above the kings. The Emperor rules an empire. So you are ruling your empire. That's why you have your hand across, your wand across your heart. Your heart is your empire. You're protecting your sovereignty. That's what this card is indicating. Could also be for some of you that the energy you're connecting with is an Emperor, but I'm not feeling that as much as it. I am feeling that this energy is you. You are protecting your empire. Your empire is your heart, and anyone or anything that envelops your heart, you're protecting that. You're sitting there with your staff and your sword, and you're sitting back and you're saying, this is how I rule. And if I may just remind you, the Emperor can be very cold and can be very forthright. Their elemental sign is air. Swords are air. You could have some Gemini in your chart, or some Libra, or some Aquarius even. I'm feeling more inclined to say Aquarius, and that's not surprising to me, considering we're in this very manifesting 4-week window of time between these two Aquarius full moons. You're really feeling not only strong, but you're feeling set and very fixed on your empire. And anything and anyone or any energy that is not elevated is not welcome. And that's how you're ruling. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Now let's look at your most recent, your most current energies of the coming together here, where you're protecting your sovereignty, and you are protecting and being very, very mindful of keeping your divine heart that's surrounded by the divine light, and your togetherness within your heart and with the energy that is connecting with your heart. You're wanting to be very sacred, hold that very, very sacred. And to clarify that, we have the Judgment card. Beautiful. Beautiful, Leo. Look at you, Leo. Can you see that? Maybe if sorry, I'm banging the desk. Can you see that? I hope you can. The Judgment card is, there you are. There you are. Here's the family celebrating that the Emperor, which is you, Leo, has stood strong, even in your most recent energies, to protect the heart of the divine. That's just completely enveloped with divine light and love and togetherness. And the Judgment card is indicative of being positive in that you have instinctively and intuitively being guided in the correct fashion to be able to do what you're doing to protect your empire. That's how I'm reading this card. Absolutely amazing. Strong, celebratory, blowing your French horn, receiving a bountiful bouquet of blessings from the divine, from the sky. Family is very happy. There you are, feeling very protected over them. And these are not, gender specific. These are energies. So don't let the man and the woman throw you. These are just energies of showing how strong your energy is to protect your empire. Now, to clarify the Judgment card, we have, oh my goodness, we have the Two of Cups. Well, I am really not surprised to see this. The Two of Cups in the traditional tarot cards of many moons ago was called the Choice. And this is just another confirmation. It did come up in the upright. It's another confirmation of that you're choosing to protect this union not only with the divine and the sovereign heart that you've been gifted with within yourself, but the energies of another individual or another situation that you're welcoming in. And the Two of Cups, which is known as the Lover's card in the current tarot, is a confirmation of that, because you have stood strong in your judgment to protect your empire, which is your heart, your home, and your family. And nothing but goodness and love. You can see these energies are genuinely exchanging with one another. Love and togetherness. Absolutely beautiful. Now, in your forthcoming energies, we have this Wizard of Awareness that came up in the reverse, as I mentioned earlier. Let's clarify that. Remember, I said, protect your sovereignty, protect your heart, protect all those that are within your heart by being the Emperor that you are. And the way you're going to do that is by making certain that you connect with the divine, who is blessing you with the heart of sovereignty and togetherness. You can see this. There we go. To keep the manipulators away. Be mindful and aware of energies that are not genuinely holding your best interests. Be they friends, family, outside energies, associates. Be mindful do not, if I may suggest, it would be wise of you to follow your instincts and your intuition. You're very sensitive, so you'll be able to feel these energies. And if you're not feeling them, connect with prayer and meditation so that you can clear the blockages to be sensitive to the energies, so you know who is authentic and who isn't. I'll just put it like that. So let me clarify the wizard. We have the hangman, excuse me, in the upright. Typically the hangman, when it's in its positive frame, comes upside down because he's the hangman. So he's just hanging out and he's cool. But he came up in the upright, and you're feeling connected with this. It's just clarifying that you're a little bit uncertain about certain energies, and that's totally what I've been talking about. You're just feeling a little bit uncertain, but the way to navigate through the uncertain energies is to connect with yourself. Don't connect with others to resolve the answers that you're needing for yourself on the best way to protect your empire. Connect with your most inner self, with the divine, like you're doing here in your most current energies. Stay connected with the divine. Be the emperor of your empire that you are, while you're continuing to move forward out of these stormy clouds from the past, which is still energies affecting you in your forthcoming energies. Just be mindful of who you share your heart with and who you share your most intimate desires of your heart. I'm not so much concerned about the energy that's connecting directly to you, because that is genuine love. That's true love. This is love from the divine and love from another energy, either already with you or coming toward you. I'm talking about energies that are envious of you. That's what these two cards are indicating. So follow your instincts, Leo. Follow your instincts. You're a lion. You rule your kingdom. Don't forget that. But rule it from a place of love and compassion and kindness, first and foremost to yourself and those with whom you share yourself with, that you know you can trust. Be mindful of other energies around that just want to manipulate that, because they're very envious. Be mindful of that. And the last card to clarify the hangman, we have the Empress. Oh my goodness, look at that. True counterparts. The Emperor and the Empress are true counterparts. They're the divine feminine and the divine masculine. And the Empress, this is you. You're sitting back with your divine masculine side, sitting back, and you are ruling your empire to protect the sovereignty of your heart, to protect the sovereignty of your union here. And you're celebrating that. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful outcome. These two energies, which can be reversed as well, the divine masculine, the divine feminine, which you carry both of those energies. We all do. You have chosen to bring those two energies together to maintain your empire. Absolutely, astoundingly beautiful and strong and clear and very present. And you're manifesting this particularly now. You've already started manifesting this, and you're continuing to do so, specifically in these next 4 weeks, the window of these next 4 weeks, with these two full moons in Aquarius. This is absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful reading. Very, very strong, very, very clear, very straightforward. The message here is, if to succinctly put it, generally speaking, the message is protect your sovereignty, protect the divine heart that Spirit has given to you in your union. Stand and or sit strong with your Emperor or your Empress, and rule your empire. And don't let anybody manipulate that. Don't let any negative energies manipulate that in a negative way. Keep it sacred as you continue to move forward. Let me get one last card from the Enchanted Map Oracle deck to clarify this reading. Absolutely beautiful reading. Very, very strong, highly spiritual, and very strong in a practical manner as well. Absolutely thrilled to be able to give you this message, Leo, and I sure hope it resonates for a lot of you. But even if it doesn't, you know, that maybe there were one or two things in here that can be of help to many of you Leos out there in the world. But this is an excellent, excellent reading, specifically for these next 4 weeks of these energies that we're positively manifesting for ourselves between these two Aquarius full moons. Final card to clarify the entire reading. We have education. Whoops. Education. And it actually came out in the reverse. I hope you can see that. And to me, this is you being mindful of these energies, these negative energies. This is you. It's in the upright right now, so you can see it. But you've been going within. You've been listening to the spirit of the divine, as is indicative of this white, I believe it's a seagull. And then you also have the good fairy radiating from the divine flame here that's come from the heavens down upon you while you're reading a book of affirmation under scripture to maintain your peace. You've been educating yourself. It did come up in the reverse, and all that suggests to me is that it's very, very important, as I mentioned, to keep these manipulative energies at bay. Don't get caught up in the ego of ruling your empire. Keep it coming from a place of love and positivity so that you can stay in your sovereignty of continuing to educate yourself in an instinctive and an intuitive fashion. I hope this is not confusing to you. It's very, sometimes the way that the messages come to me, they don't come out very, you know, like in a sentence form. They're scattered messages, and I pick up on them as I'm feeling and reading the tools of divination here, which in this case are the tarot cards. Because it's coming up in the reverse at present, the education card is just to say that it's a reminder to stay focused on your creator, your source of divinity. And the way you maintain that is by going within in prayer and meditation and or another form of alternative healing to stay grounded, because you have an enormous amount of abundance here. And you don't want the negative energies to infiltrate you if you are not protecting your sacredness. That would be the way for me to put it. I was going to say let your guard down. That's kind of generic, but considering this is a general reading, perhaps that's what I should have said. But don't let your guard down. Don't let anything or anyone that's manipulative in your aura field. That's what I like to say. keep it positive, to keep it sacred, so that you can drop those negative energies and protect yourself and protect your empire, because you and your emperor or your emperor and yourself are being mindful of your empire. That's what I have for you, Leo. I hope you enjoyed the reading. It was my pleasure to be with you be here with you this evening. Thank you so much, and I'll see you soon. Bye.